I was telling the story at dinner, some gory, probably shouldn't have been telling that story at dinner, history story, and I've always assumed it was to change the subject. And my mother-in-law said, "Well, why don't you do a podcast about this sort of stuff?" And I said, "Because I'm not qualified. I'm not a historian. I don't have a doctorate." And she said, "I didn't know you had to have a doctorate to tell stories." And that's when the light bulb went on over my head, and I realized how many of the history books in my library were written by writers without, history credentials. And you start to realize, okay, you can do this, but you have to do it a certain way. You have to do a show about history that is consciously put together by a non-historian, and so you do it differently. The one thing I can say is we started the very month, I believe it was July 2005, when Apple started supporting podcasts. Um, and if you looked at the various podcasts that were up then, it looked like mostly people in their dorm rooms. There's no way to describe it today compared to the professional, um, commercial, corporate environment that you see now.